Hello, I'm Hat, and welcome to All Hat, No Cattle. Today's anecdote is a somber one. Nobody died, but there was a change in my life when this happened. Something clicked. So the ultimate takeaway is good, but the lead up is rather sad. I've titled today's anecdote, It Hurts When You Do That, and you'll see why in a moment. With that said, let's get to it. This story takes us back to my high school days, also known in geological circles as the Pleistocene era. That year, my locker was right next to someone I'll call Sarah. Sarah was my age, of average build, and not unattractive, but not cheerleader pretty either. She was one of the girls. Didn't belong to any of the cool cliques or anything like that. She did stand out for her religiousness. She was a member of an evangelical Christian church, and she was proud of that. And you had to respect that kind of conviction. Although as a high schooler, there's not a lot of people respecting much of anything that doesn't have to do directly with them. And I'll get to that in a moment. So at this time in my high school career, I had discovered hormones, and they were raging. I was coming close to my sexual peak, and I needed to show the world just how good I was. Lucky for me, my locker buddy had a reputation as being loose. Turned out that was completely false, as so often tragically happens in high school. And it led me to make some very crass assumptions. So I thought I'd start hitting on her. Now, I knew nothing about chatting up girls. I had one girlfriend in 4th grade. She moved that summer, and I had been bereft of female companionship ever since. Having unruly hair, bad teeth, and a horrible attitude towards classmates who were not as smart as I was did not lend me an air of likability. But I hadn't poisoned Barbara yet. We did not have the same classes, so I thought I had a chance. While we were next to each other during class changes, I would chat her up a little bit, very awkwardly. I do not remember what I said, but I know it wasn't anything to have been written down and used later, except perhaps in a court of law. And then one day I came on the really bright idea, I'll give her a little tap on the ass every so often, just to show her that I'm a man, she's a woman, and that I'm interested in her physically. What a brilliant plan. What could go wrong? Everything. The first 2 times I did it, I got no reaction. So I thought, well, there wasn't a no there, so I'll keep going. First mistake. The 3rd time I tapped Barbara on the butt, she turned to me, looked me directly in the eye, and said, with a pained look on her face, "That hurts when you do that." I was devastated. One of my tenets in that young life was to not hurt other people. I didn't know much about mental torture at the time. I tried to apologize, but words could not come out because I had no idea how to rectify such a horrible situation. I finally managed to croak out, "I'll never do it again." And it was left at that. She stayed friends with me. In fact, we dated for a little while. I never tried getting physical with her after that. I didn't even try to kiss her. I rode next to her on their church bus, back and forth to services, and when summer came, we pretty much drifted apart. I've never talked to her since then. Hell, I don't know if I'd be able to. Knowing that even though we left things on a good note, there was that one terrible experience, which in my mind, I will never live down. And nor do I think I should. I was literally treating her as an object, not as a person. I was accepting rumors about her at face value. I was being an asshole. And she let me down easy. She just said, "When you do that, it hurts me." She did not call me names. She did not slap me, either of which would have been perfectly acceptable. She told me the truth in a very straightforward manner and allowed me the chance to apologize. Obviously, she was the better person in this exchange. And, like many of the people I have come across in these anecdotes, I will definitely never forget her. Nor will I ever forget the lesson I learned that day. I have since then tried to treat women with the utmost respect that they deserve, that I have seen through their actions, through their words. I'm of the school that respect is earned, and so far the vast majority of men and women in my life have earned that respect. The few that haven't, I make videos about. Half kidding. And there you go. Again, a somber story, but one with, I think, a great moral lesson. One that can be handed down to generations of people, young and old alike. Treat people as you would have them treat you. Also, you do not have the right to put your hands on someone just because you think they're below your respect. That's pathetic thinking and should be halted as soon as it is seen, if not before. Teach your children well. All right, let's end it here before things get incredibly insane. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate your attention to these videos. Feel free to peruse the back catalog. Let me know what you think. I read all the comments, so even if the video was made 6 months ago, you put something in that section, I'll pop up and check it out. I may even respond. I often do. Until the next time, please be well, and as always, thank you for your attention.